Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on the journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney West
and Kelly Arundel.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Sid.
I feel like we're both so dressed. We did not plan to have blue flowery things, but we both do.
Yeah.
So nice.
Nice.
I honestly was looking at the closet and I was like, I can't remember what I've worn and what. And at some point we will be repeating wardrobes. Like, come on.
Come on. I have so many. Yeah.
And so, but I was like, I don't know what to wear. I'm like, people act like dresses are fancy and hard. Dresses are so much easier. You don't have to put on pants. You don't have to match tops and pants. You can just put it on. And it just slides on, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just do this dress.
Well,
and it'll be fine.
That and the weather. The weather's been so weird. And it's like, and then we're talking about laughter. And I had some dark bland thing. I thought, oh, laughter's fun and bubbly. You got to find something light. So I had to pull my spring clothing up. You know, and I'm sure this will be spring by the time this airs, but it's...
Yeah, but I haven't put anything...
so weird.
Yeah, I haven't, changed out my closet yet.
It's either. That time of year where both clothing works.
Yeah. Or you, need to dress one way in the morning and then
totally change in the afternoon. That is so true.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But I got a pedicure yesterday, and I feel like I'm spring forward.
I know.
So.
I need to get... that's just fun to pamper.
They're so nice.
That's good.
Yes, so laughter. This week's theme. So I thought... it'd be fun. Everybody uses emojis differently. And we've talked about this in the use of in our family, the use of periods. Oh my God.
Yeah, we talked about that last time a
while ago. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I'm like, but emojis are very similar to punctuation where every generation does it differently.
Yes.
So I
think I send stuff that I shouldn't sometimes.
Yes. So I have some emojis. I'll show them to you. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put little pictures in, and otherwise I'll just describe for those listening.
Okay.
So this is the skull emoji. What would you use that for? Would you ever use it? And if you say, I would never use it,
I would never use it, but if I would, I guess I'd be going, look at me, I'm cool. I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
No, I would use it as that's so funny, I'm dying, or I'm so embarrassed, I'm dying.
I'm dying.
You know?
Oh, God,
so, but Gen Z...
yeah.
And Gen Z, if you think these are wrong, then you can put your comments, in the comment section. But she said, they say if something's stupid, then it's... So Gen Z uses emojis very ironically.
Okay.
They don't ever really mean it, or they use it as a person who would seriously use it,
okay.
Being that weird. Or you can use it to substitute for bruh, which I didn't know.
Bruh.
But yes, millennials like me, this thing made me laugh so hard I died.
Okay.
Death from embarrassment.
Oh.
Fun. Something shocking, funny. But yes, your boomer.
Yeah.
They were like, I don't think I'd ever use it.
I was trying to think I'd have to really search through my emojis on my phone because I don't even think I've seen that one yet.
Oh my gosh.
I just used the smiley.
Next one is the loudly crying face. Not the laughing, the actual crying face emoji.
Yes.
Yes. So how would you use it?
I'm laughing so hard I'm crying.
No, but it's not laughing crying. This is a serious crying.
Oh, see, I've used it wrong already.
You do that?
That's serious crying.
Well, I don't know. That's what it's
okay.
called. You use it as if it's for laughing, and that you're crying.
I don't use it
laughing.
very often, but yeah.
Okay. So I would use it as oh my God, that's so pure, or so cute, or So Gen Z would use it laughing at something, but something that isn't meant to be funny. Something traumatic.
Oh,
so
okay.
Ironically,
Ironically,
yep.
Yes.
Someone getting injured, but I'm laughing at it. It's an ironic funny.
Oh, like football player. Yeah, I've seen that. Okay.
Yes. So then millennials,
yeah.
OMG, it's so cute, or if you're super happy, feeling very loved, it's oh. And boomers, yeah, if I heard somebody died or something really sad happened. So very seriously.
So this is funny because the Gen Zers are very satirical.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah.
Next one is the weary face. So the little swoopy eyes one. What would
I
you?
don't.
Do you not use that one either?
I use the one with
So
the eyes
fun.
looking that way, but the mouth.
See, I
down
would
like
see it as
that.
like a lot of times, like if you think someone's cute or hot or something, you're just like, oh my gosh, like I can't
Oh my
take
God, I
it.
can't handle it. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If I sent
That's
this,
a Gen Z thing. That's how I use it, and that's more Gen Z. But millennials say it's like, I can't believe this, like help me, like sort of thing.
that's the problem with these. They're so.
See, then
If I sent they to my friends, they'd be going,
you're
"What have you done?"
boomers are like, yeah, if I was sad about or there was bad news or something like that, like
Okay.
something sad. Oh, this one, the smiling face with hearts emoji.
Oh,
How
I
would
just
you use
love
that?
you. You're
Use
so
them.
cute, or whatever.
Yeah, I use it as
It's
like a thank
sweetness.
you. You know,
Oh,
you put it
yeah.
after thank you or what, or it's like
Yes.
saying something else. No, Gen Z, a passive aggressive way of bullying someone online. I see people on TikTok using
What?
comments that say, I hate you, and then that. And then millennials, yeah, thank you, kindness, like that sort of
I
thing.
hope millennials never text me.
Well, no,
I
you
won't
mean Gen
understand-
Z?
Gen Z.
Yeah.
I will never understand.
And then
them.
boomers, yeah, if I'm expressing love or caring, something, yeah. Oh, what about the praying hands emoji?
Oh, it's either thank you or praying. Thankful for God or praying.
Oh, really? Oh, I say
What are
please.
those?
Like,
Oh, those are
please.
please.
Like, please, let's hope so. Like, oh.
Oh.
See, and then Gen Z says it's very versatile. You can use it if you think someone's hot, after you thank someone, please, or like you're begging someone.
Someone's hot.
Yep. And so that's why, and the millennial too, it's like, please. And yes, for you guys, it was like, have a safe trip.
Yes.
Or like, God bless.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Isn't that?
That is so funny. Oh, what about exploding head emoji?
Boom, blows your mind.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm mind blown. That's
Yeah,
what I
mind
think
blown.
too. Your
Yeah.
boomer people are like never used it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't
Gen
really
Z
seen it,
though,
but I would use it that way.
if someone tells me something I already know, so sarcastically shocked about it, or like no,
And
shit.
we wonder why we have communication problems through text.
I know, right? Oh, and then let's see.
And then I'm going to tell you the 3 emojis that my friends use. And that's
Okay,
about all.
okay, one sec. I've got one more.
Yeah.
The rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Oh, I love that. I use that one all the time.
I know, I do too.
Just because I'm
unfortunately.
laughing so funny.
I
I'm
use
laughing.
it like,
Right?
yeah.
Okay.
And so Gen Z, I'd use this to imitate someone who would use it. I'd never use it unironically. Which is so true. They totally have canceled that emoji. But millennials, I mean, it's like, I use it almost like emphasize. It's like, make sure that you think this is
Okay.
funny because I mean it as funny.
Okay.
I don't mean it. You know, it's like,
Right.
and so it's like you're unsure if somebody will react to it
Okay.
correctly. And then, yes, boomer is like literally laughing tears. It's the highest level of funny.
Yes. See, we use that all the time. And the
I use it for you and Aunt Julie.
Because-
Sorry, Aunt Julie.
because that's what we get, right?
Yes.
And so the emoji that I see the most of
Yeah.
is there's the picture of the lady with her hand
Yes,
to her
yes,
forehead.
yes.
That one.
Yeah, what do
So-
you do? What do you
Well,
use
I
it for?
receive that a lot from my friends.
Oh.
Like,
What
oh,
do
so
they mean?
silly.
Oh.
Goofy me.
Oh, no, see, I use it as like frustrated. Like, are you
Oh.
freaking kidding me?
Oh, no. And we're just like, aren't I silly?
No. It's like someone does something stupid and you're
Oh,
like,
this
are
is-
you kidding me? I have to deal with this.
Okay.
I don't know what Gen Z does, but
That is so fun. They probably don't use it,
probably not. I don't think so.
except for to their
Yeah.
parents.
So there we go. There's our fun.
That,
What people different think of laughing. I
Right.
just think it's hilarious that it is very true. I think because like lol, I've always
Yeah.
known was laugh out loud, but I swear your generation when it first came out,
Oh.
lots of love.
Yes, that our
What?
business administrator at the church was like, the minister, every time he'd send her certain things, he'd say LOL, and she was like, why is he saying lots of love to me?
That
This is really weird.
Funny.
We figured it out. He told her. So,
You guys are weird.
I know.
But anyway, texting and like trying to be funny is hard. And
It's
yes, so
hard.
apparently I just need to know anytime I'm texting somebody younger than me, everything
Is
that they send
sarcastic.
is sarcastic.
Yeah,
That's a crazy way to
Whoa.
live.
I know.
But good for you guys.
I love sarcasm, but boy.
Yes, oh my gosh. So we're talking about laughter,
Yes.
and I just want a quick rundown of like you should be laughing all the time because it.
Yes.
The Mayo Clinic So good advice. But it activates stress relief, increases your endorphins, aids in muscle relaxation. So if you're really sore, maybe you just need to laugh. Long term, and it does improve your immune system, pain relief, and obviously ups your mood. And I just think of, is it Doc Adams? Isn't that the title of the Robin Williams movie?
I think that's right.
Oh my God. If you have not seen it, it's so good, so cute. Like about how laughter really can cure a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't look into studies, but I do like increasing your immune system, like people get healthier quicker. Like,
think of all the oxygen, the good, it's, the intake of rich air.
Oxygen,
it's true. You're laughing, it stimulates your heart, your lungs. I mean, it's just.
And I think it's a way that like you, like gets your relationships closer too. Like if you can laugh with somebody, usually I feel closer to that person, or I feel like, okay, we have some sort of ground level, like we agree that this is funny,
Yeah, and the other part of that is people that can laugh at themselves. And when I'm talking about laughter and humor, I'm not talking about degrading and demeaning.
No,
that kind of laughter and humor.
That's not. If it's not
it cuts me.
Funny to the person that you're making the joke to, like
that thing. Well, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Well,
no, that's
laughing. If you're saying stupid. That, then that's probably not real.
It's not probably a joke. It probably isn't
probably
a joke.
It's not.
Yeah, definitely. So. You shouldn't have to qualify like that.
True.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So my first question is, and I think like, I always think it's interesting. Were you raised to laugh at things? Like, was there laughter in your home? Was it,
Yeah. I think part of it is me. I was the youngest.
Yeah.
And the only girl. And I had to find ways to get attention. So I did silly stuff.
Yeah.
Stupid stuff too. But I did, But my mom had a great sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. Alma had a great
She was a jokester. And she was, and my grandmother, who came to live with us when I was in junior high, she had a great sense of humor.
You think of Germans, because she's from great-grandma's from Germany, and you think Germans, they don't laugh.
I know.
No, and our family over in Germany too. I think, honestly, I think Germans know how to laugh. At least the ones in
the way our family.
The ones in Bavaria.
Yeah, there you go. We just. So laughter was a part. Now I can remember at our dinner table we'd have laughter. When Dad was in town, it was a little more serious. He was serious back then.
Yeah,
he wasn't anything like when y'all came along. And but he was serious. He had the world on his shoulders, and that's okay. So we didn't laugh as much. But when he was out of town, which he traveled quite a bit. Yeah. Then the humor, trying to. Whose ever turn it was to pour milk. I remember if it was my turn.
Oh, no.
We sometimes had buttermilk in the refrigerator because my dad liked it. So I would be real careful and try to pour some into my brother's cup. And, then they'd take a big old swig. So there was definitely humor.
Yeah. See, I feel like, all the time in our house. Like, I can't even, that's just like what we did. No matter if something was hard, you'd find a way.
Yes.
To laugh about something, which I think is important. Dad laughed at himself. He was never very serious with us.
That was one thing that attracted, not the one thing, that was one of the things that attracted me to your dad.
Yeah.
I was working with youth, and he was doing youth choir there in Arlington. And we had gone bowling with the youth, and I was winning anyway. But he was bowling, and he wasn't doing that great. And one time he got this gutter ball, and he got so excited, like he just made a strike.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. That's what I meant to do. And I just laughed. I thought, he doesn't take himself too seriously.
Yeah.
He knows how
when
to
it
laugh
doesn't
at
matter,
himself. Yeah, and that was very attractive to me to go,
Yeah.
He's got humor.
Yes. And like all of our home videos, I feel like growing up are just like us kids doing like silly stuff him doing it with us. And yeah. But I feel like more, I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like there happen to be a lot of homes that are raised more like with grandpa, where it's like everything's very serious. And I think it's difficult. It can be difficult later to like find the laughter, or maybe even not like feeling guilty for it or something. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be.
What I read somewhere that children laugh 100 to 200 times a day.
Oh, I believe that.
Nonstop. I mean, they find something, and then they cry, and then they laugh.
Yes. Oh,
and
my gosh.
there are adults who go, I don't remember the last time I laughed.
That's insane.
And I think there are times when I get that way, and I'm like, am I laughing? You know, especially when Paul's traveling a lot, and maybe I'm by myself there. You know, then I've got to find some friends or find something on TV, find something that... Yes. It's so important to me.
Yeah.
It resets.
It does. Yeah.
It resets.
And relieves tension, all that. Yeah.
And I think, you know, just being able to find the humorous stuff that we do.
Yes.
You know, looking at humanity, we're just weird people.
We are. Oh, my gosh.
And that's okay.
Yeah, and I think if you go too long without laughing, then you, I don't know, I feel like then you just almost get into this habit of like being not necessarily down, but just being serious and being closed off. And I feel like laughing like opens you up.
Oh, it does. You know, and it's silly stuff.
Yeah.
Like I go, you know, I do my mornings. You know, I've got to get, you know, I haven't been faithful about those. But when I jog or walk, whatever I do, like, you know, this one time I was doing that, and this lady, puffing, you know, and this lady pushing a stroller runs by me and said, "You're doing great." And she's just, and I just was like, "What?" I was so rude. I know, and I was like, "God."
Is she being serious or making fun of me?
I know, right? And I was just laughing. I know she was encouraging me, but it just
like
at first
weird.
I was like, "Meh," and then I started laughing, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like.
But you're doing great, but I'm doing way better. I have a baby.
And I have a baby. Look at me, you know. And but, you know, but it's being able to laugh at that.
Yeah.
You know, to go, wow, look at
so...
you, Kelly, you know. And I imagine all the little kids on the bus going, "There's that lady again," you know, laughing. And
running.
Laugh at me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but I know I'm enjoying myself.
Yes.
I'm doing me.
Yeah. So, and then I feel like there's still balancing laughter, but also like feeling your you know, because some people use laughter as like a deflector, and it's like, but how do you balance laughing with like, you still have to be in your feelings some, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like it can be a respite.
Yeah.
So this is a recent event, and granted, people, my humor just sometimes I've got a brain that doesn't stop, and sometimes it just goes, you know, and I think it, and sometimes I say it.
Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes I don't. But went through a difficult time recently. My dad was in rehab, and then we were going to find him an assisted living, and weren't sure what type. Anyway, bottom line was I was needing to find a mattress for his bed for this new place. Yeah. And so I told my brother, I'll do that, and then you know, I'll find it and we'll take care of that. And as I was looking, Lauren was with me, and so the guy started showing, you know, there's all different types of mattresses and all different price ranges, right? Yeah. So I'm looking, going, well, you know, he's 90. I don't need a lifetime of a mattress. You know, it's like, how much of a mattress do you need?
How good?
Long? It's a lifetime warranty.
I don't need that.
Lifetime's not what we
not
think.
Much.
But it was so, you know, so I was saying that to Lauren. She kind of looked at me first, and then she started laughing too. Yeah. And it's like finding that, it was hard. It wasn't fun looking because he was in a hard place.
Yes.
So it wasn't fun doing this. This wasn't like, oh, I'm getting a new piece of furniture for me. I get a new mattress for me. No. It wasn't that. And so it was difficult, but you find these little things of humor.
Yeah, little moments.
But I still feel it.
Yeah.
Do you remember, and this is it's not dark, that's not right, when Oma was passing away, and she was about to transition, and we were all in the room, and there was still a lot of laughter, but there were a lot of tears.
There were.
But we all knew that somehow she was still in there. And remember, Adrian said, "Oma, you'd hate," or Grandma, she calls her Grandma, "you'd hate the way your hair looks." And my mom, who was really not communicative at that time, her poor little hand was trying to reach for her hair. And we all started laughing because we just knew
she heard and she was going to be laughing.
And so it was just... you find that, but we didn't ignore the grief we were feeling either.
Oh, yeah.
So there's this balance of, you know, and sometimes when things are painful at us, we can use humor and then go back, and it almost resets our brain. Humor and laughter affects your whole brain.
Really?
Yes, I didn't know that, but it engages the entire brain. I'm reading it here.
Oh, yeah.
And models show that the whole brain is there. And so when you do that, it almost like when there's no laughter and you get so tight, it's like a muscle cramp in the brain.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that laughter
Just
releases it. And you can see a situation differently.
And probably clear.
And clear. And there's some clarity that comes. And it's just I'm not a scientist, but
no,
I read
but
stuff.
that's cool.
But it is. It brings this uncramping, a little bit of levity, uncramps the brain. Okay, there is still brightness somewhere. I can find that. And I can laugh. We could laugh in the end with my, while my mom was passing, because she provided laughter to us.
Yes.
And we know her sense of humor.
Yeah.
So we could laugh with that.
Yeah.
And have joy in the fact that there was such great love. Mm-hmm. And then we cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Balance.
And there's so much, because I was, just as you were thinking that, I was like, I mean, there are times where you're laughed at. And so luckily I didn't have enough of those to where laughter like took on like a negative view. But I could see if like your whole life, your family basically just makes fun of you, or you have friends that make fun of you all the time. Yeah. You can almost be like, well, I don't want to laugh because all the time it's at me and I don't like it.
Because that's not funny.
Yeah.
So what is funny?
What is funny? Yeah.
And
then you'd have to go on like this journey to figure out what
you
funny
do.
is,
and I'd like to explore more. Somewhere Chelsea Clinton and her mother did interview stuff, and they interviewed comedians, and she said, I'd never really laughed at comedians because she was the butt of many jokes.
Yeah.
Growing up, and as a kid, you go, oh, is that humor? Mm-hmm. I don't think I like humor like that.
Yeah.
And so you have to, you have to discover.
Yeah, that's
and then
yeah.
I mean that, and she's not alone in that, right?
No,
There's others that, I mean, like you said, people that in their family who are the butt of the joke, and to go, oh, and as parents, sometimes we laugh and then we go, oh wait, you didn't think that was as funny.
Yes,
you didn't see it from that's not funny then.
Yeah, because I know we've done that like several times with me and Lauren, like depending on what it is. Yes. If we're just like no, and it made us angry instead, then it was like okay, want like
that's not
funny. You're right. It's like go with
to go wait backtrack.
Yeah. And you can apologize or whatever. But yeah, there's such a balance. Yeah. With laughter, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's
yeah. So when you're in it and you want to laugh, like what are ways to you can go out and maybe try and people watch and find it. Sometimes that's hard. Do you have like a go-to show? Seinfeld, yeah. I know, right? They're so funny.
And this new one, it's probably not new, Fisk.
Oh, yes.
It's Australian, British, I don't know what it is.
Australian.
But it's just...
It's deep dive on Netflix.
It's
you can find it.
The normal one is weird.
Yes.
So if the normal one's weird and everyone else is even weirder.
Oh, it's so funny.
That
one's just a good one.
It's a good one. So
yeah. I feel like sitcom shows like that. Yeah.
Usually. Even that I'm familiar with, and I know, I still there's certain ones I still just bust out laughing.
Yes.
And the other thing that I think there are moments that I have in my memory that I can be sitting somewhere and then make me laugh. And this is okay. I don't know. You may want to cut this.
Oh no.
Okay, well, one of them was my mother was reading a book to you one time. And the word was Penelope, the name of the girl. My mother was reading, and she said, and Penelope. And I was like, what?
Penelope? My God.
I think it's Penelope, not cantaloupe or Penelope.
Yeah.
And so, and the other one.
That's fine. You can say it. It's okay.
So you were wanting you needed some socks that were high.
Oh my gosh. Even now you can't even say it. You think it's so funny.
I can't even say it. But she said, Mom.
You can't do it.
You may have to cut this.
No.
She said, Mom, I need some
high knees.
You say it.
High knees.
You need some high. I said, you need high knees.
No. Knee highs is what I needed.
Yes.
Knee
See,
highs.
if I want to laugh, I just think it's innocently looking at me. Like, I need some high knees. I'm like, high knees? What are you going to do with them? You know, it's
Oh my gosh.
I have this.
That is
I have a
so
storehouse
funny.
of those.
Yes.
I
You
can't
just
say them all out loud, but
Yes.
I have this storehouse of these that I can go
Yes.
to and just, I'm almost crying.
I know. You're so
They
funny.
make me laugh.
Yeah.
And they were just great memories.
Yeah, yeah.
And I went on a trip last year with 2 college friends. We went, over to
yes.
Finland and Norway and went dog sledding and fell off. It was just fantastic. But at the end of the trip, we were talking, and Shirley, I think it was Shirley that said, the best part of this trip was laughing. We laughed, and I thought,
Yeah.
we laughed.
That's so good.
At nothing.
Yeah.
A lot of it was just silliness.
Yeah, just silly,
but just that laughter that can come.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think it's important to find, friends like that where you can just laugh at whatever,
Yeah, and they just know you and you're silly.
Yeah.
It's just silliness. So that's one of the things that I
So
was
good.
and
Yes.
I did this the other night. We were sitting at home, Paul was sitting there too, and I thought of something, and I just started laughing. He's just looking at me like,
what are you
nothing
doing?
going on. It was just
so funny.
it's just that you can't stop laughing.
Yes.
Yeah. And
That's
I don't
great.
think I'm alone in that.
No.
So,
no.
But
That's
it is
so good.
It is, yeah. And so there's that I do. And I guess I just think about life is such full of both. Mm-hmm. There's hard stuff. There's sorrow. There's suffering, whatever you want to call that.
Yes.
There's just life. Sometimes just ho-hum. And to balance that, to find laughter.
Because it's good to hold both. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a class of improv the other day. And there were these 2 of the guys in there were doing a skit. And they're longtime friends. But they were up there and they started, and it really was funny, but one started laughing and then the other couldn't, and they just kept playing off each other, and literally
so
tears were running down both their faces.
That's so funny.
And I think, that's the best.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Cool.
And the next day, I could still feel that within me.
Yeah.
So it carries you. It can carry you. Humor can carry you.
It can. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And laughter.
Yeah.
There's also, y'all gotta check this out. It is a thing. Laughing yoga classes.
What?
Go to YouTube. Laughing yoga.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that may be better for me than contorting my body and doing downward dog and getting stuck in other positions.
Yes.
But and
that's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You know.
Those are all my questions.
Those are all your questions.
Laughing. Yeah.
Let me see. I was just kind of looking to see.
Yeah, your notes.
Dog sleigh. Okay, I do have one more thing.
Okay.
Now it's kind of long, but it's not. If I could sing, well, I'd sing it to you. This is a song written in 2004.
Okay.
Okay. And I feel like it might have been written yesterday.
Okay.
And it says live at 5. You can find it on YouTube. I'll tell you who does it later.
Okay.
Live at 5 on and CNN keep us all abreast of breaking stories that can tend to make us anxious and depressed. Problems with no answers hang on like chronic cough. And every day some brand new issue rears its head to piss you off. Sorry about that word. Bad guys win, optimism's wearing thin. Things are spinning out of control. Cynicism's all the fad. World events could make us mad as hatters. Almost every day some underpinning slips away. These aren't laughing matters. Time bombs tick, people getting sick, and a nickel's not worth a cent. Wickedness and greed abound, just as peace is gaining ground, it shatters. Hate is here to stay, and justice goes to those who pay. Friend, these aren't laughing matters. The truth is scarier by far than anything that Stephen King could write. The stories in the paper are the daily small and decline and fall, spelled out in black and white. Oh, what to do, what to do. How to take a brighter view when your noodle's totally fried. Human spirits need to be leavened by a little levity. So take these blues and bounce them off the wall. Keep your humor, please, 'cause don't you know it's times like these that laughing matters most of all.
So who wrote?
Bette Midler.
What?
Bette Midler wrote it, and you can see her singing on a variety of places on
Okay,
YouTube.
on YouTube. Okay.
But yeah, and I thought that was
She's so good.
In 2004.
Wow.
And it feels like yesterday.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, that's
These
still
are,
so
and
relevant.
I think that is why laughing matters. Because if we just watch the news and don't see the funny stuff, the other part of life, it'll suck you in.
Yeah. And I think even because you can watch monologues making fun of the news, but that's almost depressing too.
In all honesty, I had to stop watching all the late night shows.
Yeah.
Because
they're
it was
just digging
ugly.
at people, it
got to where it wasn't
it wasn't
I hope humor produces something more than that.
Yeah.
And it was just like all that humor was doing was showing how other people were getting under their skin.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't have,
I don't have the energy for that.
Yeah. And so it's like just the humor of humanity. Of when I slip and almost fall and look around first to see who's there and then go, okay, now I can laugh at me. Because nobody else is, right? It's that type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a cool song.
But I do think, and I'm going to close, I don't know, are we out of time?
No, we're good.
For me, humor has been a very sacred thing, almost spiritual. I think it's one of the greatest gifts that God, universe has given us, is that.
Yeah.
To be able to laugh and just go, oh.
Yeah.
It's a big exhale.
Yes.
To be able to laugh.
It is.
And among the tears is great laughter.
Oh. Yeah. Agreed. So, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And next week.
Wait, well, say
next week.
Let me first do this.
Sorry.
Don't jump the gun.
Didn't get there.
1 second.
Yeah.
So we'll post this. We'll have a little link, hopefully a song, or
I'll put a
can at
link
least
to
like
that.
put who to what to search on YouTube and stuff. And then follow us on Instagram, our Patreon. We'll still be sending out meditations to those that subscribe. You can check out our blog posts on our website, and definitely rate, review, subscribe to wherever you listen to your podcasts. We love the support. And now you can do them.
Okay. Yeah. Next week
Yes.
we'll be interviewing Lisa Little, who is the owner of the Little Improv Theater here in San Antonio, which also houses the comedy sports there. And anyway, so it'll continue our theme of laughter, but with the idea of how improv can help us grow.
Cool. Awesome.
And life's lessons. Yeah.
That'll be great. So cool. A local person that we get to interview, another interview now added to our podcast. It'll be great. Join us next week when we can take a breath and take a listen. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.